good
Because on
thing.
this phone, I'm looking like, how am I looking? Am I squinting? What's going on here?
So let me see.
Yes, for that shirt, honey.
Well, you know it's the One Piece.
Oh, okay, okay. I see you. I
Yes.
see you.
This is this is my Boo Bear. Oh, I can't believe I forgot his stuff. But he does Latino Oasis. He always does the fashion
Oh,
show for them. Crap, that is crazy because I'm always
he does a lot of underwear too, right?
Yes, he does underwear. A lot of swimsuits and stuff like that.
He does it here in Atlanta too, as well.
I think so. I'm not sure. He's mainly in LA.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I'm thinking we on, but I'm like, I need to go. Let me close all of my things and go check. Cause it's saying that we're live in the YouTube, but I'm like, I'm not in YouTube, so I don't know.
Hold on, let me go to YouTube.
Um, yes, let me go to the Tuba Ubes. Okay, my
Is it
channel.
singly gay or is
Yep,
it Kelly?
it's live. We're there. We're there. We're in it. So hopefully, let me try to share this good old link. Yeah,
Oh,
baby.
there we go.
That part.
Okay, we on there. Okay.
Right, that's I'm like, we on there, we in there like swimwear.
Oh.
Okay, that part. Drop the link below. So this is a good thing, and which is crazy, child, because like now whoever watches the YouTube version, they gonna get all of this craziness.
It's so
I'm
sweet.
sorry, y'all. Y'all just gonna get the stuff. This is what y'all gonna get. Woo, right? So
They'll be all right.
that'll be all right. Okay, we ready to get up into this gig. We good. We good and we ready. We ready. We good and we good and we ready.
We ready?
Woo. Okay. Yes. So, for everyone that's just tuning in up in this gig, I want to say hi to all my Judies. I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight to Singly Gay Podcast. And I also want to introduce and thank my good special Judy, my special guest here, my brother, Mr. Dominique Bones-Lark. How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, bro, how you doing?
What's going on? You
I
know what I'm
haven't seen you
saying? It
forever.
took a long time, but we got you here.
Yes. I remember you talked about something like this. We had a little kiki in the village on 14th Street, and you were talking about some stuff in the work. This was years ago, but I remember. I think one
And
of the
we
pictures
here.
popped up on my timeline, actually.
That's because season one was great.
Hmm.
Now we're in season two, which is season two about to be over. Like, dang, these weeks be going by fast. Like,
Time flies when you're having fun, though.
well, that's what Janet Jackson said, but I don't know how much fun I had though.
But you don't want people to
But for
wait a while,
everybody,
though. You don't want people to wait a while.
well, I have no issues with waiting a while because I like to wait sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. But for everybody that's definitely tuning in tonight, the topic of discussion is about breaking fashions. We're talking about fashions, Dolly, garments,
Yes.
body, all that good stuff. Um,
Extravaganza, eleganza, you own everything?
I want to own everything. I do, but I don't know if that's like a gift or a curse to own everything.
I mean, you can never have too many, dress for every occasion.
I mean, yeah, but I be having so much stuff I still can't find nothing.
I understand. I understand. I understand. I have
That
I have
part.
like
Let me get my lights
three
together up in
closets,
here.
and I'm like, I have nothing to wear because you're not feeling it at that moment, and you
Well,
need something
no,
to speak to you at that moment. It's like, hmm.
because I feel like if whatever I'm gonna wear, right, gonna be like, I'm not, I'm not wearing that.
Exactly. And
Um,
also got to pair it with a good shoe. That's
can we not talk about shoes, but shoes?
I love shoes. Shoes will make or break an outfit. It'll make or break an outfit. The outfit will be cute, and you look down to the shoe, you're like, oh, they were those.
I'd be like, oh my God, don't you wear those in the hospital? How did they even let you through the door in these? Like,
You talking
that's
about
not a
Crocs?
fashion choice.
I don't like those. I'll be honest with you. I know there's a lot of people who love it. I have a cousin who loves Crocs. She has a whole Croc collection, and it's cute. I just don't think it's a fashion thing that should be worn outside the house unless you're in the medical field or you're on your feet all day.
Exactly.
It just
Same here.
it's no. If you're in the
It's
office and you messing with kids and all kind of stuff, well, no, because that might be a hazard because the kids might be running around, you're trying to get the kids, and you slip and fall, and then when the kids got those little widget thingies in their mouth, and
Look, mind you, I don't even wear Crocs. I never wore them. Like, I don't believe that Crocs is a fashion thing. I don't believe that Uggs is a fashion thing. I don't know why people think that you could put on certain things and be like, I'm just gonna wear my Uggs and I'll be looking like
the girl Uggs or the boy Uggs.
either or, they too bulky. Like
Well,
that ain't cute.
I will give the boot one, the boot Uggs. Now those are cute for the winter because they have the insulation. Those are the real. I don't mind those. But the other ones that look like Snuffleupagus, and that's even the new trend with all the little shaggy fur, and the girls are walking on the streets with them. And I remember before the pandemic in New York, and they're walking down the streets, and I'm like, do they not see all this dirt and these particles that it's literally picking up, and it looks disgusting? And I'm like, no,
No, they don't see. That's why when they be like, you can wear Uggs is for everything and it's so comfortable. I'm like,
no, there's rules to this. There's no rules, but there are hidden rules, and Uggs are no, no.
okay.
Mm-mm.
Like I'm just like, what I'm not gonna do is wear the Uggs to a birthday party, a barbecue, to a wedding,
Oh God,
prom.
no. Mm-mm.
Like, I'm not doing that. Like, I think like because like I feel like for me, I think what you wear tells me a lot about you.
It, RuPaul said it best. You're born naked, and the rest is drag. So it's kind of like what character, what power do you want to possess that day? Yours. People say I unlock my superpower that I've seen like a couple months ago. That's what I think about clothes. What do you want to? What do you feel like this day? Some days I don't feel. Just because I design clothes don't mean I'm actually wearing wearing what I make all the time. It's for a special occasion. Most days you will catch me in jeans and t-shirt. I had this conversation with a friend that's a stylist. He's like, designers don't, we don't really, majority of us who really sit there and do like the hard work for it, we do not dress the part. You catch us in sweatpants, a t-shirt, a hoodie, because we're
Look,
working.
exactly. I had one friend that's a designer that lives in New York. Like he'll go somewhere if somebody's having a party of a sort, like he do they fitting, he'll do this, like but there's a little gathering around, and they be trying to get him to stick around, and he be like, I look like, oh,
Yeah.
you're okay, just woo
Mhm.
woo 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 whatever. And it's just like he like, but okay. And then when he like they introduce him to people, they're like, oh my God, well you made this and this and that. And like, do you wear any of your own stuff? And it's just like I'm too busy sewing. Like, what I'm gonna make for? Like, if it's not really like, I feel like if it's nothing like when you go to like the Met Ball, Met Gala, or even like even somebody's wedding. If you want to like turn up for somebody's wedding, right? Then if you like there and amongst the people, you will make something for you. Like I've seen designers not really make a full outfit. They'll make like either the pants or
Yep.
the top.
Yep.
Everything else they went and bought. It's like I'm not about to make me a whole situation and I done did all of this. Like this is
Exactly.
not happening.
Oh no, I do that all the time. When like let's say like I just went to my really good friend from college, Nathan Piercy photography as a student.
Hey
And
Nathan, how you doing?
and I'm sitting here like, what am I gonna wear? And he's like, it's fabulous, it's a fashion event. I'm like, I don't have time because I'm fixing on his pants, I'm fixing on other people's stuff. And I was working on somebody for a client who had a ball that we are going to. So I'm like, what am I gonna make? So thank God I was working on the jacket I was making for him. I had the original pattern before I edited it. I made it for myself in another fabric. So I'm like, okay, I'll work on this. Simultaneously, I'm like, I'm tired. I'm up late at night, but it came out fine. But normally, if it's like for an event for somebody, I'm last minute pulling together something for myself. I'm not. I might buy one or two things off the rack to help accentuate it, but I'm not doing a whole head to toe for me. Because on top of that, if I work, I've done that for Fashion Week. I've gone to some fashion shows where I actually wear me, but then I feel kind of odd riding the subway
Well,
with
I
clothes.
remember. I remember that one year Fashion Week, you made everything. I think that was the Bali thing. I think that was the first
Yes.
time I actually seen you. You actually made. You was like, no, I'm gonna make my whole entire
Oh no,
outfit, and
no.
you made the whole entire
I didn't
thing.
make that one. I didn't make that.
Wait, what? Oh,
I didn't. No, I literally I had. I think I was planning on it, but I didn't have enough time because I was still working at finale dress, and
yeah.
I had my aunt and my mom run to H&M in Soho, find me a shirt, and then I had some vintage Prada pants on, and I just went barefoot, and I had Nick Kwan in the back do my hair, like fix it up real quick. Wait a second,
Okay.
I did have something on for myself. I tried. I tried
I'm
as best
right.
I
I'm
could.
like, I can't even say it was the Kings and Queens fashion show because you didn't have.
No. Oh, Harlem Fashion Week. I had a pair of slacks I made, and that's the slacks I made for Unique's Josh's wedding, along with.
Oh, child.
I don't have any time.
I mean, well, that's the thing. So when you working and you creating, like, of course, you're never gonna have the time if you only. I feel like the only way, like, if you're a designer, you have time to throw on something that's literally yours. Like, it's probably like I've seen designers put on something that they made like maybe 2 or 3 seasons ago. I'll say four at the most. Like they would just pull out something old and be like, I'm like, oh my god, you made that? That shows you have to smile. Oh, that's so cute. You like, child, I made it. This is like back in 2000 and something.
Mm-hmm.
So and put this on, and I'm just like, well, but I feel like if that's your artistry, that's just what you do. Like you're creating and you're making. You're not gonna wear your own stuff for what I want to make it to put it on to sweat in it while I'm making something else that just
Can't hear
don't
you.
sound right.
I can't hear you.
You you can't hear me?
Hold on, let me try.
The
Uh,
sound is going out again. We can't be doing
Hello,
this.
can you hear me now?
Yes, can you hear me?
You can hear me? I can
Can
hear.
you
Hold
hear
on, let me
me?
try something.
Oh my
Um,
god. Why is this happening on all nights of tonight?
okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay, that part. Hold on.
No. Child, how many we cannot be having these technical difficulties. I'm like,
So
what
this is a
happened?
good thing, and which is crazy, child, because like now whoever watches the YouTube version, they're gonna get all of this craziness. I'm trying to pull it from the YouTube thing so I can hear it and see where we at. Oh
Child,
gosh.
we are live. That's where we at. Everybody that's watching, I'm sorry, y'all. We are so having technical difficulties right now. I don't know how the sound is
Okay.
going out. I don't know if I gotta stop it. We gotta redo this. I'm trying to figure it out for
Okay. I don't
y'all.
know how the sound is going out. I don't know if I gotta stop it. We gotta redo this.
I'm,
I'm trying to figure it out for y'all.
we, I, just-
Okay, I think I know how
I
to do it.
don't,
Let me get my headphones, and then I can hear you in my ear, so I won't be
you,
doubling with this. Hold on one second.
you, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's happened. I might have to do this over, like this whole entire thing over. it's this.
Okay, I'm
Can
back.
you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Is it, child?
Hello?
We can you hear me?
Oh, why is it? Oh God, it's connected to my whole Jesus. Hold on one second. Shoot,
Well, that's good. You should be able to hear me
let
on
me
your
drop the
iPad
Bluetooth
and not
off
the
of
phone.
this to connect to my thing.
What is happening? We might have to start this over, y'all. This is a lot of cutting and pasting. This is a lot. Damn, Gina. OMG. And we only in 15
Come
minutes.
on. It literally connected to my iPad.
Well, yeah, you should hear me on your iPad.
Lord Jesus.
It's not gonna, brother, it's not gonna work that way. Child, let me find out. We're gonna have to
Okay.
send voice memos to each other. We here? Can you hear me?
Um, it's back. It's like backtracked. Mm-hmm. Check.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, why is it? Oh God, it's connected to my whole. Jesus, hold on one second. Shoot.
No, this cannot be happening.
I can only hear
Oh
you
my
on my phone,
God.
not the iPad.
Oh, well, because everything that you're gonna get that I'm gonna say is gonna be so delayed that it's not
I
even
can't
gonna be
even.
like
Can't even.
on point of the flow of the conversation. That is, this cannot be happening right now.
Hello.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh my
Thank you,
God.
Jesus.
Oh, what is going
Uh,
on with your
I don't
technologies?
know.
Is your volume
I'm
all the
not.
way up?
Yes, the volume's all the way up. I'm just gonna turn
I
my
don't know
phone
why
down.
you sound low on my end.
They just don't want us to be great tonight. That's what it is.
I don't know, because I'm sitting here and I'm like, child, we done already went through, what's that? 16 minutes of this
Child.
thing.
Yeah, they don't want us to
When
be
I
great
tell
tonight.
you, I'm just a child. I'm literally gonna have to. I can't start the YouTube over, but I'm gonna have to start this whole thing over for the audio.
Okay, not a problem, honey.
Okay, let's rewind the tape. Who's who's ever watching this on YouTube? Y'all are getting
No.
everything right now because I can't even.
Hold on. I'm listening to you.
Child, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to delete the one on YouTube and take this video and edit and copy and paste and repost it. Oh,
Jesus.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Oh my God, I can't believe we got to do this over. And it's 9:14. Okay, okay.
Jesus.
Woo. Good evening, Judies. Hi, guys. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Singly Gay Podcast. I am here with my good Judiee, my good brother, the designer, Mr. Dominque Bones-Lark. How you doing?
How you doing, bro? How you doing, everybody?
Doing all right. Yeah, we up in this gig. I had to, do a quick reset. That's nothing. But for everybody that's definitely tuning in and watching, I see folks jumping in and out. It's cool. The topic of conversation is about breaking fashions. So we're talking about, the do's and don'ts and what not to do when you're wearing certain things and what you shouldn't really wear. Also, on top of that, and also to touch bases on how like fashion just changed the world forever, how fashion changed the game in all music genres from
Mm-hmm.
country, rock and roll, pop, disco, hip hop, R&B, you name it, it happened. It happened because we're here. And what you wear represents who you are.
Exactly. Very true.
Exactly. So, my bro, got his own brand over here to be doing his thing. Yeah, I think he done had his brand since the Underground Railroad, but however, I'll let him tell y'all how long he been working his clothing line, child, because I feel like
Ooh.
it's yours. Hmm.
It had actually. The funny thing is, I started the name Ikaika in high school. Actually, I heard the name, somebody's name I heard on TV, and I really liked it, so I just like interpreted, took it as a clothing brand. I was like, so I started using it my senior year in high school. So, I can tell how old I am. Jesus, had to be my I'm class of so 2002. That's when I started using the name. I've been sketching ever since then. Actually, I started sketching when I was age of 7.
Oh, okay, come on now. You
Mm-hmm.
better come in with these sketches and sketches since the age of 7, but started using names in 2002. Wait, 2002, I was in middle school.
Oh shit! I forgot I am older than
I was about to get out of middle school to go to high school because if I would have stayed in high school, I would have graduated in 2006, but it's neither here nor there. Yes, I see y'all coming in and y'all commenting what's going on with Mr. Soul Seeking. I hope I'm saying that right. Soul searching, mind seeking. See, you know what? I'm saying stuff all wrong.
It's all
But
right.
yes, we talking about the Underground Railroad, honey. That's how long he done had this clothing brand. I remember at one point of my life, I think I still am, I'm not sure. I was the face. I was the face of Akaika. Oh yes, I got some old photos.
Oh yeah, we got some.
We got
That first fashion show together, you turned heads, literally turned heads.
Oh, when I tell you, I still got the picture where I'm walking the runway and all you see was heads like this. I was like, what's going on? What's happening? Is something back there that I missed? And then I
Yep.
didn't realize after we done got the photos, not when I get off the runway. I was like, Dominique, why they looking like that? You was like, oh, so bro, like remember like they was see-through in the back. So when the light hit, you seen I said, child, you just saw me out here. Look like Sierra on the runway talking about my goodies, not my goodies.
But you killed it on the runway though. That was a good show. I've never had a show that late.
Never.
But it was good. It was I really enjoyed the energy. I enjoyed meeting Shangela. Um it was the one thing I do like when you travel for fashion shows, you get to see different types of people, meet new people, and see people's reaction as well too.
No, yeah, that's I think that's what I love the show about the show too. And then it was funny because coming from a dancer background and trying to get into modeling, and you was like the first connection that I made, especially when I had moved to New York, and I was getting settled and all of that stuff, and I was just like, child, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know shit about walking. Now, if I was doing drag, this was something different, child, because I could throw on a wig and beat a face and, get done up. And I'm like, I really like, no, bitch, like, you got to go out here and be a whole boy. And I'm just like, damn. Like, can I do it? I think I can do it.
You
Can I
did it.
do
You
it?
did it, bro.
Oh, look. I was hoping I ain't let nobody down, not even myself, because I just kept telling myself, bitch, whatever you do, don't go out here and fall.
That's always the main thing you hate. Like, let it not be because the floors. Make sure nobody spill a drink somewhere or some baby oil somehow.
All I can say that last and final run through because I had on the underwear, I said, thank God I ain't had to wear no shoes because I was barefoot.
That's the
I
best
was
part.
barefoot.
Underwear, swimwear.
Oh, okay. I was barefoot and oiled. Okay.
Yep.
So I knew I had grip when I hit that floor. Anything else outside of that, I didn't know, didn't see it. Didn't see it happening. It wasn't happening. Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And as the shows progressed, you had on more clothes. You had on more
Because
clothes.
I had to go and introduce myself to the people, and because like now that I think about like that show and stuff like that, I was think like would I wouldn't say the reactions would have been different, but I'm like, the reactions would have been like now with the new body that I have now? Because I'm like I'm more like I'm filled out,
Slim
so
thick.
I'm just like I don't know.
You probably would have same reaction. Same reaction.
Probably would have. I mean, because it was like a white bar. All I see was white folks. Um,
I think we were in Rhode Island. Were we in Rhode Island?
yeah,
Yeah,
was it Rhode Island? Yep, in
we were in
Providence.
Providence. Yeah.
Providence. What was that? Ego? Ego.
Don't even give me the line. I gotta look at the flyer.
Right. But within the midst of creating your own, always staying in your lane, doing something different with your textures of the clothes, like what just always made you stay ahead of the pack of like the things and different things and that was changing in New York when it came to fashion because like you did go to fashion school like most of the other fashion girls, but it's just like I find it crazy that people go to FIT and like I see the different results in their aesthetic of like the direction that they decide to go in for their type of fashion that they want to sell that they want people to wear.
FIT is a whole. I never got in. I applied multiple times. Didn't get in. I think when I was an intern, one of the designer, because my final internship was for Rebecca Taylor, and
Okay.
she had said that she liked kids that came from different, like small private school, because the students who, not to shame FIT or any of the people who went to FIT,
Right.
is that they already have this elitist attitude of I came for FIT versus you come from a different school that's not known. We have to,
Hmm.
hustle a little bit more harder, stay a little bit later versus I came for FIT. I can just easily walk in the door and do what I have to do. When you come from a smaller school, you got to put in more work. and show them that hey, I'm just as capable as somebody who went to FIT, Parsons, or Pratt, or to any of the other schools.
I mean, I even like, and that's understandable. But even like the girls that go to FIT, it's like just because you was able to get in that school or graduate or do whatever, that don't mean like you was the best of the best. Because I think in your craft, when you hold in your craft, you always have to work.
Yeah, it's
That's like,
ever evolving, ever changing.
yeah. So I feel like if you get in, you finish, you get out, you intern, you do whatever. If you coming out with, honey, I got in and I went to FIT and I know what my aesthetic is like, that's fine, but is it good quality of work? And it's not to even shade people or the designers that went to FIT finished or something. I'm not gonna lie, like I've met or worn designer stuff that came from there and it wasn't of good quality. That's not to, like I said, it's not to shade them, but don't think you know something because you went somewhere. Like,
And then I think also, because everybody's a different quality. It doesn't matter what school you went to. It depends on what effort and what work do you put in, how late do you stay up doing your stuff, excuse me, or tutoring or staying with your professors. And also, the work really begins outside of school because school, I know for me, school gave me a box to fit into. And
right.
Lord knows I wanted to get out of that box, and they didn't let us out of that box, and we had to stay in that box. So once we got out of school, my main set and our goal is try to get out of that box they put you into. Because like when I first originally started wanting to do design, I wanted to do plus size.
I
I
represent all my big people. I love big folks, honey. I feel like they're the best representation ever when it comes to fashion. That's just my opinion. So
and in design school, like it was me. What was my homeboy's name? Because it's very few men of color in design school, contrary to belief.
mhm. Yes.
um, oh God, he's gonna kill me if I can't think of his name right now. But he and I were sitting there. Timothy Thomas. Oh my God, well he knows who he is. And, and it'll come to me, and we're like brothers. Like he's like we look very similar. We're both dark skinned. He was thicker, and we're sitting there. We drawing the women. We draw women as we see them: small waist, big hips, big breasts. You know, very
hmm
Beyonce esque or Rihanna like. And our professor's like, "Can you please slim them down?" And we're like, "What are you saying?" They look a little broad. Sometimes they look a little manly. And sometimes he and I would get just to piss the teachers off. Let's make them drag queens. You know, let's make them drag queens.
That
And
part. Because we got to represent for the couch cushions.
we we really try to do that. If they want no, it was like if this started to affect our grades, we're like, let's follow what they say and slim them down and make them real skinny. And so we did that. And but once we got outside of school, and then it's like, okay, we now can get to our own aesthetic because we all have our own aesthetic, but at school they try to suppress it. And then
Right.
just like also when you're working for a company where I work for private label companies where I did junior wear design. So when I'm designing for them, I have to go into their aesthetic of how they want to do things versus how I like to do things. So I have to do the
Okay.
research and look at all the past collections and ask, where do you guys really want to go with this? And go and get different fabrications because they may like the fabric and then once they start doing it and their silhouettes, they may not like it.
Mhm.
So we gotta find a happy
Dang.
balance.
That part. Oh, and now that I thought about it, because I'm sitting here at the same time, I'm listening to you, but like, because we talking about fashion tonight, so I wanted to rock one of my good fashion sense outfits, for the folks, just so y'all can see. Um, now that I remember, if he gets the chance to see this, if not, I'm gonna send him the link because I wanted to see it anyway. Shout out to the designer from Neural Apparel. That's who
I
made
heard his
this.
name before, yeah.
I want to say his name is Dwayne, but I don't want to say that because that might not be it. But shout out to Neural Apparel. I've been wearing they stuff for years, which is crazy. It's been quite some time. I haven't ordered anything from him. I might have to see what he got. I might need to see where he at because he just celebrated his his anniversary for his designer brand.
Mm-hmm.
And he celebrated his anniversary for his marriage with him and his husband. Like they've been together for a long time,
Okay.
child. Like since the '90s, long time.
Wow, that's
Right.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
that's really amazing.
So, I always, spite of people, I think people, people call me like a social media model, whatever, whatever. But I mean, if you like what I'm wearing, I'm a rock it, right? So I love when cause like it was funny because me and one of my other friends was talking about this. I was like, I find it very ironic, like when you start learning about fashion or learn about fabric and things of that nature. You know how the girls get. It's just, oh, I want to get to wearing my Balenciagas with my Burberry and my Gucci. Like I want to start like rocking my Chanel. Take photos and let these brands see what I bring. To their stuff because they're well known and it's a label. I've never been a label person, and
Mm-hmm.
for me not to be a person that rocks labels, I've always been able to take any designer that, like, if they're not mainstream, like take whatever that they have, invest in it, buy in it, and wear it, and just post it on social media, and everybody loves it. And they be like, "Oh, well, what's the website? Because I want to go and order it." I'm like, "Well, they have clothes, right? This is a one of a kind piece for me. You're not gonna get this exact outfit. I'm gonna let
Exactly.
you know that now." Because I don't play that. That's the whole point of me. Like I love that I have the connections and the network with the designers that I meet because it's like if I see something and like I send it to him, like I want this, but I want it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I like to walk down the street and know that I'm the only one that's wearing this. I'm the
Exactly.
only one that have it. So I'm not about to just send you a link to be like, oh, hook them up, get them the same exact design that you gave me.
Mm-mm. I know
Not
this.
happen.
If somebody asks me for something that I've done for somebody else, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to tweak it because your first one was the original one. And so we had to do something that, especially if it's for clients, it's particularly for them, their own personal thing. We got to put your stamp on it, something that makes it unique just for you. We're going to change the fabrication or something else about it. Or let's switch the buttons out about it. Or make it longer, make it shorter, make it more fitted,
Right.
make it more boxier. Because just because it looked good on another person, it doesn't mean it's going to exactly fit you the exact same way that it fit the other person.
That's because body types are different.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't know it. For the people that's watching this, and I'm like, and let me tell y'all something. People think because I was a skinny girl at one point, I'm a slim thick girl now. They think because you're skinny, you can wear anything. So if you get a group of skinny girls together and design something, they will wear it the same way. No, it doesn't work like that. It's not gonna happen. Just because it look good on my skinny ass, it ain't gonna look good on Redrick's skinny ass. It's not. That's body. Just because you can be the same size, be petite, be skinny. Body types are important, one, and body types are very different. I think that's also certain designers need to also learn that because they don't know that. They think, like I said, if you just make this thing for a skinny or slim person, it's just like all of y'all can wear it and all of y'all can wear it the same.
No, because one person might be bottom heavy, one person might be top heavy, but they still have the same waist and still close to the same measurements, and it's not. It's gonna fill out totally different for the person. You might have to add a little extra because they're bottom heavy, or you gotta make the chest or the back measurement a little wider because they're more raw like that up here at the chest.
Because
Short
I see
arms,
skinny
long
girls with
arms.
chests. So
Yeah, everybody's body is different. Big, small, in between, you name it.
I mean, well, I like the bigger aesthetics anyway. It's something about like the thick folks, the thick girls that gives me my whole entire life. When like something is made for them and you extra curvy and you singe this and you do this and you lift that and child look.
My thing is with full figure women, plus size women, is or the designs that design for them. I mean, I design for them, but the thing is that quit putting them in spandex. Anything that stretches. I hate it because like it's a go to fabric. Like no, she deserves her silk. She deserves her charmeuse. She deserves her God, I can't even think of it right now. But she deserves her tweeds and all other type of stuff. It's an array of fabrics out there, and also they're blends. So therefore, it can be a woven mixed with a knit in between. So therefore, you get the structure of the woven, but yet it still stretches to her body to contour it the way it needs to be contoured. Don't be afraid to do
Exactly.
some darts, some other type of stuff. Some it's plenty of ways to manipulate a garment or manipulate a style on a person's body. Don't
Right.
go straight to
So
stretch.
so like when it goes to like skin tone, right? So for say I ain't even gonna get into the scenario. So like with it like a skin tone. So like if somebody comes to you
Mm-hmm.
and wants something made that they show you like Beyonce had on or Rihanna and be like, oh, I see that they had this, da 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 da. I think that this will look good on me. And they be like, I know I'm a 38 triple D and I got a, 27 ways, but my hips is a 42,
Okay.
right? Like, how do you think this will look good on me? Like, how do you consultation those type of, figure folks?
Ooh, I've had that before. I had it for a prom a long time ago, but I'm professionally honest. Because one, I want my clients satisfied once they leave. When they have their garment. You pay for a product. I want you to enjoy it and be very happy with it. And word of mouth is a wonderful way of networking, to bring clientele towards me. And so I don't want to be like, he made that. No, I never want that. And then also, like I said before, I want the client to be happy. So I'm going to be brutally honest with her, but still professional, sweetie. I like where you're going with this, but for your body type, let's try this. Let me hold this sketch for a minute. Let me send this picture to me and let me work on something so I can come up with the ideas that best accentuate your best attributes in you because you're a beautiful individual and I want you to feel proud and feel sexy in this garment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and just make it for you. Here you go, and you look like a fool. No, that's not me. Um, my other thing is, if I'm being honest with you, I believe you're gonna respect me more, and you're gonna tell if people are gonna comment you more about it because it's accentuating your body, and you're gonna come back to me over and over. You're gonna become a loyal client, and that's what I want
Right.
with loyal clientele. It's because they know when they come to me, they're gonna get exactly what they want.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm about to say, let's talk about it. Because it's some designers out there be like, oh, you will look good. I can make you look good to this, and they do it because they want the money,
Yeah.
not because that you care that you already know is gonna make them look a certain way, but because they believe it, they feel it. You gotta sell it so you can make it, get their money, and then send them out there and be like, girl, I know I look good.
Mm-mm.
He did me right, and he did this, and then you got the friends on the side looking like,
I had this battle with just recently with a friend that I thought was for the ball, and I'm like, bro, like, cause I'm a technical designer for my job. So basically, what I do is I deal with the patterns and make sure it's all about the fit of the garment.
mm-hmm,
And my thing is, we allow a certain amount of room measurements in there so you can move around, so it won't be too tight. You're like, I
that
like
part.
this, or you move it, it rips. We don't want that. I want you to be able to be fitted, but yet still have room in it for you to move in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, oh goodness, what can I say? Add on to that. That's just it really makes me upset when people do that, and it's like you look good in it, and then it's not fitting you because at the end of the day, it's all about the fit. If the garment doesn't
Exactly.
fit well, it's horrible. It,
Especially if for me it's like one, if it doesn't fit and it's not comfortable,
mm-hmm.
I want my money back.
Yeah.
I'll say that right off rip. I want my money back. Like,
Mm-mm.
run me my coins. You put I thought, yes, it was my fault. I thought. But you as a designer and expertise, you could have gave me a little bit more. You could have been a little bit more with me instead of trying to feed me some BS.
No, I'm gonna be. We might clash heads. I want to no, sweetie. I'm being brutally honest with you because I want you to be comfortable. And this is funny. So I had a client. This is New York. It's in the summertime, so she's going to a boat party.
Come on, Bo.
And so she gave me with idea of something she wanted, and so I gave her a jumpsuit, and then we're picking fabric. She said she wants this. I said okay, and so I measure you, and then I make my pattern, and I do a mock-up version because we're gonna fit this garment about 3 or 4 times until it's
Right.
perfect. Um, it fit okay. She's like, just make it tighter. So I made it a little tighter for her. We tried to make it tighter. I'm like, okay. So I cut the fabric. I do it. I literally I dyed the lace to match the fabric and everything. I went and dyed my zipper so it matches. Cute
Okay.
little jumpsuit, got the lace, and she says make it tighter. I said okay. I made it in the actual fabric. I made it tighter, and that's okay. I should be done with this. So I double top stitched it and everything, and secured it. She puts it on.
Okay.
she can't fit it.
Now she can't fit it.
It's too tight now.
But you said tighter.
But it's tight, and then now the seams are starting to fight with each other. And I'm sitting there looking at her like she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her. I did what you asked, as a professional, I informed you that I can't. It's not. It should be any tighter. And she wanted it tighter. She wanted it shorter too. And as a lady of a particular age, I'm sitting there looking at her like, "You old enough to be my mother." And you want this? She want not my mother's a bad age, but it's certain things she wanted it. The poom poom shorts that all up there, and I'm sitting there like.
I'm like, child.
Needless to say, the garment was made. That's what I said. And the event literally was the next day. She had nothing to wear the next day.
Because it was tight and she couldn't fit it.
And she couldn't fit it all the way.
That's on her.
I warned her and told her, I said, it's not going to fit properly. And on top of that, our brother was doing her hair. And he was like, Dom, and she said she was supposed to be on a diet. I said, yeah, she's supposed to be on this diet. He said, bro, she eats them corn, whatever she was eating. He said she was popping them back every time he saw her because he does her friend's client hair. He said,
right.
Got some rolls in her mouth and she was eating. I said, Lord Jesus, this woman. That's nothing. When you're supposed to fit something and you're trying to get down to exact measurement or waist size you want it, and you're actually eating and you're not adhering to your diet. Once I cut the fabric, that's it.
That is a wrap because you can't even go back and redo it. You can't even like. Ooh, child.
Yeah. I mean, I tried. Did I try to? Yeah, it was too late. I mean, she could. It was just like she was pissed, but I was like,
I was like, that's your fault. You said tight. I gave you tight to the old lane and it went tight and I took it off and I double stitched it and I said, well, put this on. You wouldn't you put it the leg?
That's the thing of you can have it like even for me, like when you want your the hem opening of your pants, you want to fit it skinny at the bottom, right? You still have to allow room for your foot and everything else to go through. So therefore, you can put the thing on just because it's to the measurement of your calf or area or whatever. You still need to allow room so you can slide it on.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if y'all ever had a fought with a pair of pants with some sweats trying to get your foot in. Yes. I got a couple of those. I used to be like. like what is going on? Why can I not get in this thing?
It's a whole look. The best thing I realized I always do is I put a zipper on there. We good because it can be really small and the zip open and your foot can slide through and you're good.
But that's you. A lot of other designers ain't putting zippers down there.
They put a good old zipper down there. You good. You good.
I'm just saying. So with the not the tragic, but like with the different eras of styles and looks from the 80s and 90s and now the 2000s, and I don't know what the fuck to call this era.
Anything goes.
Anything goes?
I think it's anything goes.
Well, what's your favorite then?
You talking about what's going on right now?
Yeah, like what's your favorite?
I really don't have a favorite. I take it back. I like a mixture of vintage meets future. I love when women were able to. I'm gonna sound sexist when I say this. Women put on corsets. The good old 1800s when women got a good old corset on and she just sitting up. It's a lot of work, but it looks so beautiful. And then the fabrication of it, and then the hair, the makeup. I think they look very regal.
Well, mine is the hair and makeup. I'm just waiting for you to make my corset. I need you to push these girls up, suck me in, honey. Give me a look.
They said it was not healthy. I just read something. No, they said waist trainers aren't healthy. Because it's your corsets aren't really healthy in general too, but waist trainers and all that because it messes around your insides when you pull it too tight.
Oh, I already know. But what I'm saying is, I want one like just very out. I just need an outfit
with a corset in it.
Give me a little.
Okay. Leather. because this leather and this mesh is really doing something for me right now that I'm getting little ideas from here.
Well, I always like to be. People don't like that I like to be naked, but I think that the human body is the most beautiful thing.
It is.
So when certain things are made to accentuate and like for me, like, and I think what it is for me, like, even with this being one of the outfits, so I'm going back into times like when I was still living in New York, and like a lot of these clothes that I bought and I got, I'm like, child, this shit used to like wet rags on me, right? Just saying. Move my ass here, cornbread fed. Got out of my head about, what my body looked like. I should just love what I'm in, what I'm doing. And I just embraced it. And once I just got out of my fucking head, COVID happened. I got really sick. I was in the hospital for like a week. Um, got out, built myself up, got myself together. I was stuck in quarantine in Atlanta for literally almost a month. I was with my partner at the time. We're not together no more. Did that, was eating this and that. Now when I put on these outfits like this for me, like he gave me this fresh off the one runway when he was done with his fashion show. Because I had got this and I got another outfit, but like I was still like I was slimmer then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was still built like I am, but I was more smaller. I was at that time I think it was like 130, 131.
Because you will always have this, but your waist was just more snatched in, like always had the hips and stuff, but the waist was just it's a little bit more grown man body, but more mature body.
Right. And like now I'm like, child, I'm 175 and I'm up here like, well,
I'm
shit,
like
bitch.
I'm a couple behind. I'm like 150 something now.
Child. Well, these hip styles and cakes and pies, honey. Well, what I'm saying is we haven't collabed in a minute. It has to happen. I'm just in
It
this
does.
space of I'm trying to keep all the connections, the collaborations, I got my 9 to 5, but like let's be real, entertainment is our thing. Collabing, photo shoots, clothes is our thing. I just want to keep that going. Like I don't know what it's gonna turn into. Hopefully, it turns into something that'll probably help me be able to finance my livelihood, but also doing things that I love. And this is one of them. I'm just like I need to do something. I need to.
When I get back to the city, give me a couple of months because I gotta start working some things into fruition. Because I'm gonna lay back on actually doing like the big shows, and so I'm gonna focus on more doing like a capsule collection, and then working on mass producing that, and then getting it into boutiques and other little ventures and things. Because shows are cute. Shows are cute. Shows are
Show's
expensive.
cute. Yes.
Expensive. And when you're financing by yourself and with some angel sponsors, it's a lot of work. A lot of headache in the back.
Well,
But
look, I know.
I love it though. I really do love shows. Probably do like little pop up little random fashion presentations. But it's something about the beat of the music, bump bump bump. It's something about that, and it's those jitters. For me, I always call a collection for me is like having a baby. So I'm
Yes.
in the process of it. Like right now here in Atlanta, we connected with a lady who opened up a spa wellness area. And she wants to do something. She owns a boutique next door to it. So she's like, Dom, can you do something? And I'm like, I'll see what I can pop up in in like a month or two, couple months or two. She wants something like in a month. So I said I'm gonna try to make a little, not like in a month, but like probably about before I head back to New York,
Yeah.
do like a little capsule thing and a presentation there to network. So then I can also have a spot down here in Atlanta to have my mom do, or I come back every so often to
Right.
show a season or whatnot in the boutique, and also have people to purchase the garments and
Well,
everything.
I
So
like to do the social media promo stuff. So, like, whatever you make, just send me a care package,
got you.
and I could just.
So I still have to see you pair of underwear. I still have not seen that to you yet. I
I'm a
know.
medium. I'm a
Well,
medium
they run
large.
small. They run small, and my small is now it's small for you to wear a medium. I had to go up to a large because factories mess up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's why I said I'm a medium large. Yes.
I got you.
Long time coming.
You might do a little something special. Send it to you.
Okay.
Exclusive, just for you, just for you.
Look, you talking about this mesh? I can't stop looking at myself, and my titties is
It's something about mesh. Ooh, see, I like mesh especially when it comes to underwear. It gives you that illusion of feeling that you're naked, but then you're not.
yes.
Gotta love it. When I
But
first
here,
get you some good old power mesh for Spandex House, for Spandex World.
that's all right, y'all. I love y'all, but me and my brother, we gonna talk about this when this live is done, because I'm not doing this with y'all. Not doing it.
What they saying in the comments?
I did. Child, that's my this my brother. He said he clenched his pearls. I don't know what we were talking about at the time, but that's what he put.
We didn't say nothing crazy.
You be surprised. I ain't no telling what I said. I've been sipping ginger ale this whole time. And you never know.
This is not our brother Kiki time when it's just the two of us.
Look, it's like a whole situation going on, and it's just like, child, I can say what I want to say, but I'm like, this is the podcast, man. This is the podcast. And I got to get y'all to come back and watch these episodes. I got to get y'all to come back and subscribe to this channel, child, because the struggle is real. It is hard out here for a pimp. Everybody seen Hustle and Flow. Look at the crown on my head.
Right, there you go.
It's hard out here for a pimp, okay? Like, whew. But in the midst of just building your empire, you getting your inspirations from everywhere, and you're doing all these lovely things. Like, what just gives you the motivation to always create something better than you did? I would say a year, but I feel like you create different shit in seasons. That's just my opinion.
I normally do a collection a year because I work a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to 5. Usually, the pandemic. The funny thing is, the pandemic. Everybody was creative and making things. And I'm sitting here like, I am not creative. The funny thing is, I had all the time in the world, and my creative juices were not. And I made some masks. That was about it. My creative juices were not. Funny thing is, I was actually relaxing.
I mean, when you haven't relaxed since 19.
I relaxed. I came down to Georgia. I did a little traveling. I like to do, like, for me, my collections. I get inspired off of my life experiences. So
right.
I pull from my life experiences. So yeah, for me, I have to go through something in order to produce this child or this energy that I'm letting off. Either I'm in a happy mode or I'm in a sad mode, and I'm trying to cleanse my body.
Mm-hmm. So pretty much what you're saying is what's her name? Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole designing fashion, not making an album, but fashion.
I normally I put blood, sweat, and tears. Literally, sometimes I kind of do bleed when I'm pricking myself with a needle.
Right.
But when I'm producing a show or we're producing a show, there's a thing behind it. I like to tell there's a story, there's a beginning, there's an end to it, and I just can't sit here and make clothes. It has to be there's like when you do your mood boards, your inspiration. I literally do all of that in my sketchbook, and I'm trying to tell a story and try to portray something to you people and making sure that you guys understand what I'm doing for it. So last time for Harlem Fashion Week in 2020, was it? Yeah, no, 2019. I was inspired by the whole, Black Lives Matter, all that, and slavery and all of that. So, runway music was "Power" by Beyonce from I Am King, and my color palette was black and white, and that was it. I started with what color did I start with? I think I started with black, and then ended up with white.
That makes sense. I'm with.
So yeah, I mean, from What Is Love to Broke Down Palace to last collection was Bones. And also it was homage to because I think during that year or the previous year, my grandmother had passed.
Oh yeah.
And so I wanted to pay homage to my family name, Bones. So I kind of dug into there as well too.
Right. I mean, so what can we do about the stop Asian hate? That's the inspiration.
Funny thing is, I think I'm very inspired by Asian culture and Asian lines, and I love Mandarin collars.
Oh, see.
I love Mandarin collars. No matter there'll always be a collection with a Mandarin collar in it, regardless.
Well, I'm always ready.
We had to come. We had to come on something when I get up there. I'm thinking probably by. I want to do a cute. I know we talk about it off camera, but I want to do cute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a cute little pool thing situation going on. Something very,
I ain't been in the pool and child.
I don't know what's the last one. I don't remember either.
I haven't been in forever.
Yeah.
Forever in a day.
Or the beach.
Look, or a beach, or some rocks.
Yes.
Okay. So, with that being said, moving right along, as we always do in this segment of the show, y'all know how I like to kick this thing off with the giggy honor. Saying all them stuff. But, I always wanted to segue into my favorite game that I love so much, which is tea and hot chocolate. Say tea and hot chocolate. Say tea and hot chocolate. Tea and hot chocolate. I always say I'm just going to insert a track right there, but I don't. I got to find somewhere to go make it. Next season. Like, I gotta go make it because I'm working on some stuff right now. I just one step at a time. That's what Jordan Sparks said.
Yep.
Anywho. Right. So for people that are watching, not watching, when you watching, whatever, or just listening. The whole point of tea and hot chocolate is I asked a couple questions, not a lot, just something to play around with. I asked the question, if you feel like it's hot popping tea, you say it's tea. If not, and you feel like it's a shitty mess. Just a shitty mess. A shitty mess. You give your explanation of whatever choice your answer is, and we just kind of go from there. Just educate the folks.
Okay.
Wow, got it. Wait, what dance move was that?
We've had so many dance moves this past year and a half.
Well, I was like, what is this? It took me back to kung fu times when we used to go to the movie theater and watch a lot of kung fu movies. Well, they don't play them no more. I don't know what happened between Americans and whole different topic.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask a question. You give me tea or hot chocolate. Go into explanation mode, and we should be good. You ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
We good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tea and hot chocolate. Question number 1. Is fashion a part of our personalities?
Tea.
Oh,
am I saying it right?
Saying it right. Let us know why it's tea though.
Why is tea? Because you exude your personality through the way you dress.
That's true.
From your hair down to your shoes. If you feel a mess, then you're gonna look a mess. If you don't care, you're not gonna care. Think of Devil Wears Prada.
That's my girl.
Think of Devil Wears Prada.
I feel like me and Miranda one and the same, but I ain't gonna tell nobody that. But that's just my opinion. Right. Next question for tea and hot chocolates. You ready?
Gotcha. I'm ready.
Are you ready? So, question number 2. Do you feel that there is more designers of color taking over the fashion industry today, despite everything that's happened in the world?
That's hard, but it's a mixture because I'll say hot chocolate. One good news, Primos, the designer, which is a guy, I think his name is, God, please don't kill me. I want to say, is it Virgil? That's his name, right? Yeah. He just the first African American to show at Couture Fashion Week in Paris. Mm-hmm. I just read that today, literally a glimpse of that. You'll be amazed that at all the black designers they are. They have this. Hold on, what is it actually? But you got me going when in teaching mode.
We here. Trying to not feel like.
I remember this from college. That's not it. Sorry. I keep all my books from school. Darn it, wrong book. Shoot. It should be
not the wrong books.
The wrong book. Darn it.
Not the wrong.
Here we go. Who's Who in Fashion, right?
Oh yes, right there.
All my little tabs are all the black designers.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Oh wow.
Not that many tabs, right?
No.
Yeah, it's a couple over here. It's about like 20, less than 20. Um,
Trying to see.
which sucks. It's a book has like 500 pages. And I remember in college, I had a professor ask me, my fashion merchandising teacher, a European man from England, who's such and such. And we're all looking at each other like, he says, you African American students, this is an abomination. You guys should know this. You know your culture, and you should know the designers. And then I think we all kind of just responded, or I responded, we're like, we don't know about these people because you guys don't teach us about these people.
I'd have been like, ooh, did she say that?
It's kind of like history. Certain things aren't um, written down, or we don't know.
I
We
hear that.
don't know these things. But
Wrestling.
there are a lot of wonderful, amazing African American or people of color designers that don't get the credit that they deserve. But people like to take our ideas
Yeah.
and
You
use
know
them as
what? I was about to do this. I'm about to run and be like, woo, child,
they,
you said that one.
they take our ideas and run with them or appropriate themselves to the culture. It was a designer who I think I have something in his closet who did a 80s inspired theme at the Manhattan Public Library outside and the subways, and every woman had the door knocker earrings, and it was very much salt and pepper look.
Yeah,
And I said,
I
"Oh,
remember that era.
we're doing this," but they take a lot from us, or they don't like what we're doing, and it looks like a mess. But then eventually, they still take from us. The next season or 2 seasons later on, they get inspired from us.
Don't you just love when they get inspired?
Oh, I so love it. It's
I'll just be like, run me my check, and then I like y'all.
or there's this one thing. You get passed up for a position because you're a person of color and you fit the qualifications of it, but because they have a good Judiee whose child just graduated from college, who didn't graduate from college for design, graduated for something else, and they give them the position above you. And this that's real facts. That's something I've personally gone through. But yeah, we don't get the credit we deserve. It's still steps in there. I mean, I'll even say, and I'm a technical designer, but I'm not a designer at the company I'm at. But I'm the first. I learned this from one of our what is she freelancers, and she was freelancing for the company for about 30 years.
Right.
And I'm the first African American male that they hired in my position.
Oh, you made history.
I'm happy, but I'm low key kind of upset and kind of sad that it took 30 years to get somebody in this position. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
trust to believe there is racism in fashion, and they can hide it. They can act like it doesn't exist, but it's there.
We know it's there because it's everywhere.
Okay. Or I've seen. Now I know you're talking about designs, but I've seen also my first internship, and I work for design, and we're doing a model casting, and beautiful woman. She like wet, dark. She's just dark black,
Right.
hair cut off really short. And when I say, this is magic. You know how Olivia walks?
Yeah.
Livy's one of our good Judy. She's Sign Mac model. And just think of how Olivia walks, but make her dark skin and short hair. And I'm sitting at the table and I saw two African American women come in and walk. And I'm like, he's like, you like how they walk? I said, yes, yes. They didn't
Right.
get booked. Out of 30 something models, there were two African American models, about three Asians, and the rest were Caucasian women. And they had multiple looks, so this was a big show. And this was during New York Fashion Week when it wasn't at Bryant Park, but it was off site, and it was a beautiful location, a beautiful hotel. But
Child, that's crazy. I can't just. I ain't trying to get upset. Woo, child.
my reality.
Look, last and final question. Tea and hot chocolate, and it's crazy because that you talking about that just kind of segue into this, but whatever. Tea and hot chocolate. Last and final question. Question number 3. Um, do you feel fashion brings different cultures together?
Oh yes, yes. I Fashion Week. I miss it being at Bryant Park because it was a lot closer for me to get to. I actually can walk around and see everybody at Bryant Park. But going to the events and everything, or just even going into, well, now it's like I said, still Lincoln Center. I would go
Right.
in and you see everybody dressed any kind of way.
Okay.
But some things I'm like, what are they wearing? Some things I'm like, ooh, or some it's like, this is quite interesting. But I kind of like the attitude that the person produces when they do this, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, okay, very much respect. And on top of me, just to be bold and proud in your choice of what you're wearing, it speaks volumes. Because if you have a whole
Exactly.
attitude, your outfit's kind of like, but the attitude what brings the garment to life.
No, I know that's right, honey.
It
Come
brings it,
on, bring it, garments to life.
it brings it to life.
Because that's why they tell you. Every time when I know when I've done model casting calls, they always say walk like you the shit, like have exude so much confidence. Like I don't care if you like a cocky person, I'll take that. Then you coming in here like I don't know if I'm gonna get it.
Oh yeah, we can we can
Like
we
you,
can tell like castings. We can sit there and we'll be like, and we're literally for in real life we're sitting there. I'm writing me, Naquan, Jason, whoever I have on my panel of judges with me because it's just not me picking the models. I sit there with the cards and everything, and we're all writing notes. And then once we finish, we'll convene and be like, okay, which one? Now, if we all like and look at each other like, okay, you get it. With
okay, I'm like, child, that was the one, that was it.
very few and far at a cast, it would be like, you got the spot right there in front of everybody. Because I try not to do that. I try to email everybody personally. Hey,
Right.
da da da.
Well, that's how you do it. That's because that's the fashion game. I mean, I've been to a lot of calls and they ain't tell me in front of everybody. It was just like, good job. They might do a little sad if ain't nobody looking at it
Exactly.
like I get that. Like I get that. But it's like, hey, I know what it is. Just let me
Mm-hmm.
know what's going on so I know what I need to do and how I need to schedule my time and do my thing because it's what I love to do.
It's something about fashion. It's the energy. It's a I eat, sleep, and breathe it. Like you see my previous apartment. My apartment was everything was fashion in there. You walk in the door, you see clothes.
Child, I always called your apartment the showroom.
It was lined up like that. Like I had the
Everything on the wall. You got the shoes over here. You got if like some extra accessory had to go with it. You got like the earrings, doing this, doing that. You just like this is. I'm like, well, what's going on here? Well, this is go with this. This go make sense with this. And then I think I'm gonna switch them. I don't know, but yeah, I just be like, okay,
try
that's
waking
all
up. You roll over in bed and you're like, why is there a? I look like good. It's a whole sewing needle with thread in it because I'm sewing on something by hand in the bed and I fell
fine.
asleep. There's glitter or sequins all over the floor. There's fur
Child.
stuck in. Where does this fur come from? This is. I'm utilizing
Because you be
every
having
space.
things everywhere. Everything be everywhere. So, with that being said, child, we made it
We did.
through the
Thank
show.
you so. Thank you so much, bro. Oh my god.
Oh my God. I want to thank you for being on here, coming and conversing with us about breaking fashions and talking about things and aesthetics, how it's back from back then to now new. Talk to the people, drop social medias, all of that stuff.
And I turned it off. I my website is www.ika by dbl.com. Instagram is ika underscore d bones lark. Twitter is ika underscore designs. Facebook is ika by Dominique Bones Lark. Google ika by Dominique Bones Lark. Everything should literally pop up. um, not Instagram. I have uh, TikTok. Ika by Dominique Bones Lark. Ika.dbl. YouTube. Ika underscore designs, I believe. Yeah, or D Bones Lark. So Type in Ikaka, you'll find it.
all that good stuff. Well, you know how I always say, guys, I want to thank, like I said, yet again, I want to thank my special Judiee, my brother, Mr. Dominique Bones-Lark, for coming in,
Bro.
representing for his Ikaika brand. Like he said, go and check that out. Drop all of his handles, hit him on the hip side. And also, y'all know how I like to always say, if you can't kiki with your Judies, then who can you kiki with?
Exactly.
Okay. This night has been amazing. Thank y'all for tuning in to talk about breaking, listen to us talk about breaking fashions. Also, for all my YouTube folks out there, because y'all know I'm trying to get these numbers up, these
Yes.
subscriptions and things. So I really want y'all to like really get invested into these episodes I'm bringing something here. But if you just so happen to run across my page, somebody told you about my page, or you just so happen to listen to my podcast, and then you see I'm on here on the YouTube trying to do what I do. Also make sure you like, subscribe, and share if you care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make good content to put good information out there for the folks, and just so we can have something to really talk about. Just open a conversation about any everything that we want to discuss of how we feel, especially for Black gay culture. This is for all people, but I definitely do things for Black gay culture. I think we are part of the Black culture.
Exactly.
So don't mean to make it sound so separation, but that's just what it is. But we want to thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes.
We
Thank
love
you.
y'all. Thank y'all for coming to check us is out. And we love you guys, and definitely have a good night.
Have a good night.
Yes.